Welcome to Hamilton Crescent in Glasgow. It's the home of the West of Scotland Cricket Club, but this picturesque little cricket ground also has a permanent place in football history, as it was the location for the first ever international match on the 30th of November 1872. That game was played between, you guessed it, England and Scotland, with 4,000 fans paying the princely sum of 1 shilling each to watch. The game finished 0-0, but the footballing rivalry that began that day was to live far longer in the memory. It wasn't until 1884 that the International Football Association agreed on a uniform set of rules that would lead to a tournament between the 4 British sides and the formation of the Home Championships. It was the world's first international football tournament and would run for the next century. While Wales and Ireland were by no means making up the numbers, the main attraction was usually the clashes between the old enemies of England and Scotland, and the excitement, the drama, and even the controversy that frequently ensued. Speaking of controversy, the 1981 Home Championship fixture between England and Scotland was played under very unusual circumstances. When the two sides met on the 23rd of May 1981 at Wembley, it should have been the deciding match of the championship. But due to unrest in Northern Ireland, some fixtures had not gone ahead, so irrespective of the score, the tournament would be destined to be the only championship outside the war years not to be awarded. However, both sides had the chance to finish top of the table, and with national pride at stake, the England and Scotland camps were as keen as ever to secure victory. England were in poor form coming into the game, having lost their 3 previous outings at Wembley. However, the home side could face Scotland in upbeat mood after beating the old enemy in their last 3 meetings, conceding just 1 goal in the process. The undoubted star of those shows had been Steve Coppell, a born and bred Scouser who attended the same school as John Lennon but was plying his football trade for Manchester United. Coppell had netted once in each of those 3 games and would have been confident of making it 4 out of 4 against the Scots. Coppell's midfield partner in crime had a less cavalier reputation. Ray Wilkins had played for England since 1976, but he'd become a target for his supposed negative play, enduring semi-affectionate nicknames such as Squareball Wilkins and the Crab due to his frequent sideways passes. For Scotland, central defender Ray Stewart had been given the nickname Tonker by Dundee United fans after the near indestructible toys of the same name. He was pretty strong from the penalty spot too, having scored 79 out of 86 times in his career. Scotland also boasted winger John Robertson, who in the previous 3 seasons with Nottingham Forest had won not only the league title but 2 European Cups to boot. Could Robertson's golden run continue? Let's head to Wembley.
Dave Watson leads out England, followed by Joe Corrigan, who's been on the losing side and played here twice in the FA Cup final, and the Scots give their side a terrific reception. Watson on the near side, playing his 61st match for England today, and Danny McGrain playing his 55th for Scotland. And the Scottish supporters still making this an away match for England. An England team which shows just 1 change. Tony Woodcock of Cologne has come in for Peter Barnes, and therefore his partnership is renewed with Peter Withe, reviving memories of the 1978 Nottingham Forest Championship team. But in what other country, I wonder, would the international team prepare for 2 vital World Cup matches by excluding players from arguably our 2 best teams? But without those Liverpool and Ipswich men, Ron Greenwood has made just the 1 change, and it represents, as we've already heard, a change in tactics which the players wanted. As far as the Scotland team is concerned, Joe Jordan, having been sent off against Wales, having missed the match against Northern Ireland through suspension, now returns, and it should be an absorbing tussle between Jordan and presumably Dave Watson. The 2 centre-backs, McLeish and Miller, as Lou Macari has said, could be on trial. They're both from Aberdeen. Up front, David Provan on the right wing, John Robertson wearing 11 on the left wing. It's an adventurous team on paper, and supporting Jordan through the centre will be Tottenham's Steve Archibald. So the referee checks the players, actually counting them up on each side, actually. And Scotland kick off, and it could be a fast and frantic start with the pitch so skiddy. There's the first foul by Glenn Hoddle, and the referee slipping there as he got in on the incident. Here's Robertson for Scotland. Well, they'll need the gloves today, the goalkeepers. Jordan and Watson together at once. In goes Miller. Ray Stewart trying to get the ball wide. Already Miller has picked up Woodcock and McLeish has picked up With. With beating McLeish. Danny McGrain to Proven, number 7 from Celtic. Brian Robson. Robson is wearing number 6 today, incidentally, and Ray Wilkins in midfield is wearing 4. Here's With. Ricks. It's Proven to McGrain. Archibald. Proven. Pitch so skiddy, there are players slipping already. McGrain, Hartford. And defenders notably will have to keep their feet if they can and avoid being caught on this greasy top. It could well be a forwards pitch this afternoon. With McLeish, that was a foul. Free kick to England. So 5 minutes gone. Alan Rough wanting to make quite sure that his defenders in front of him are going to be marking up, and also a wall will be formed because they know all about Hoddle and Ricks, two skillful players who can curl the ball from there. Watson is well forward on the far side of the area. That's Hoddle looking for Watson. McGrain. Proven. Got the better of Ricks. Stewart. Hoddle who dived in a bit, but Wilkins really won it. Steve Coppell. Peter With going to the right. In the centre, Woodcock, Coppell and Wilkins. This is Hoddle. And here's Jimmy Hill.
First of all, about the pitch, it is wet, as you say, John, and it means that on a surface like this the players have got to play the ball to feet. They're making each other slip when they're in possession as much as their opponents are, because of the lack of accuracy of passing. That kind of ball is the one that's going to count today. But it's interesting, nothing really has happened yet. There is a battle for midfield, as you can see. The play is contained in the middle there, and the goalkeepers are yet untroubled.
But McLeish is troubled here with Coppell. Well, he's the man who always seems to score when England plays Scotland in recent years, and he wasn't very far away. Alex McLeish got himself in difficulties. Peter With let it go to Coppell, that was intelligent, and the shot narrowly over the bar. And a warning there to McLeish not to get caught in possession in the last third of the field. That was Jordan. This is Sanson. Well, the throw's been given to Scotland. Here's Proven. Ricks is the defender. Looking for Woodcock. Jockstein trying to make himself heard, but it's difficult from the seat the managers have at Wembley to get your messages out across the track and onto the pitch. Nice touch from Wyth to Coppell, but there's McLeish. Stewart to Hartford. That's well played by Scotland. Asa Hartford. Corner. Joe Corrigan turning the ball out. Good break by Scotland. Stewart to Hartford. Lovely little turn by Asa Hartford. Went on a few yards, hit it with his left foot. Came off McLeish. So no score, and maybe a question here of who makes the first error. This is Hoddle. There are bound to be errors on this sort of ground. This is McLeish. And defenders will play safe. Robson, only to Proven though. Still Proven. He battled well there, did Proven. 20 minutes gone and no score. McLeish, Anderson for England. Wilkins, Woodcock, Coppell joining him, back with Wilkins, Anderson still well forward, now Watson. There is a determination and an aggression about England which suggests they're smarting, as Jimmy Hill said, from criticism. Here's Coppell again. Coppell shot! That's the second one that's just cleared the bar from Steve Coppell. And again, given the space to line the shot up, Rough again had come out to narrow the angle, and Coppell was just a yard too high. I suppose some people might have felt on the earlier incident that Hoddle could have perhaps gone on alone through the middle when he first got Ricks's pass. He delayed slightly and waited for support. With McGrain to Proven. Scots looking to release Archibald and Jordan, but England are shutting them down well up to now. Robertson. That was Jordan again, not able to control it. Hoddle. The telling ball from Glenn Hoddle to Peter Wyth. Now Woodcock to Wilkins. Hoddle again, swinging it out left, where Ricks is finding some space. And he's looking for Wyth now. There he is, and Woodcock's in there, away by Miller. It's coming down to McLeish, then Gray, and now Robertson. The referee is making tremendous strides across the pitch to keep up with play. You almost want to be an athlete to do that today. But he's on the spot there, as you can see. Wilkins to Woodcock. And now Jordan for Scotland. Neri was in a good position there. Hoddle has come back to collect. It's played into Ricks. They're getting an understanding going now, Hoddle and Ricks in the middle of the field. Robson coming forward from the back, and so too Kenny Sansom, but not as quickly as that. Wonder, with Asa Hartford going off, whether perhaps the understanding between the England midfield players, of Ricks particularly, and also Glenn Hoddle, might tell while Scotland get themselves resettled with Neri on. Woodcock. Here's Archibald. Here's Gray. And Watson comes in behind Jordan. John Robertson on Viv Anderson was the final collision there. Understand that Jimmy Hill was quite right. Asa Hartford has a dislocated elbow. The news from the Scotland dressing room. Peter With to Hoddle. Now Stewart. Neri. Archibald on to Probyn. Probyn could be expected to attack Sansom. Archibald supporting here. And Sansom it was who got back. And a corner given. McLeish and Jordan up together. Steve Coppell defending for England against John Robertson. What a lovely little turn by Steve Coppell. Miller knocked the ball back in. There was an offside against Jordan coming back. Free kick to England, but one of the reasons why Ron Greenwood likes Steve Coppell in his side is because he is the all-purpose player. He can attack and score goals, but as you saw then, he can also defend. McLeish. And that was won by Ricks for With. Woodcock is in the centre. There's Woodcock. Coppell's in there as well. And can With get to it? Not before Ray Stewart. Well, there were possibilities there for England. Largely because Ricks worked so hard to win the ball. A corner forced then. Oh, over the head of Dave Watson. England trying to pin the Scots back, but with John Robertson there ferreting away, that's not easy. Stewart. That's well played by Ray Stewart. Trying to bring Probyn in from the right. This is Ricks. Well, the cut and thrust we've seen in the first half is absolutely typical of England-Scotland matches. They always seem that little bit faster and more frantic than other internationals. Here's Archibald letting it run. There's a chance here, but Watson did awfully well to block Neri. Gray, Robertson. Coppell striving to save the corner. Archibald coming across him. Referee, look at the referee again there. He's like a whippet. Jordan. Stewart.
Well, they say a good referee's one you don't see. There's no doubt that this fellow wants to be good in another way, and that red jersey there, bright red, he's trying to cover every inch of Wembley this afternoon, and if he makes it for the whole of the 90 minutes, then he's a fit man indeed, because it's very heavy there, but he's stood it up to now.
Well, it's going to be a match about endurance in more ways than one, I fancy. Here's Peter With. Now Anderson. Popple. Hoddle. On the general run of play, Jimmy, who do you think's the better side?
Well, I think England obviously look the classier side, and I think that difference has been accentuated really by Scotland bringing on Neary for Hartford. It's an extraordinary sight really when you think of the number of accomplished midfield players Scotland have had through the years. Without being rude to the sort of workman-like lads that are playing there today, they're a different type of player, and it's England who have the players with the Scottish ball skills, shall we say.
Here's Joe Jordan. That's a fair ball for Robertson. Viv Anderson, a good tackle, and he kept the ball in. One Nottingham Forest player denying another. McGrain. Look at Ricks sliding in there. Playing as though he's got a point to prove, Graham Ricks. Jordan. Hoddle. Popple. Anderson. Woodcock. Wilkins. Now Brian Robson. Gray. Archibald. Watson away from Jordan. Stewart. Miller. McGrain. Proven. Neary. Kenny Sansom in the way. And the crowd rising to a crescendo now. There are 5 minutes left in the first half. It's England 0, Scotland 0. And there's Watson for England, but it's his interception to Wilkins. With battling well with McLeish. Popple's on his way. In the middle, Woodcock and Ricks. And Ricks comes in and misses. Well, if that chance had fallen to Peter With, England might well be ahead. It was the ideal cross. Look at Popple here. Waved on by the linesman, they beat the offside trap, he picked his spot, Woodcock came in near post and Ricks should have had his header surely on goal. Certainly the cleanest chance of this first half. McGrain. Archibald to Proven. Archibald again, now Neary, looks for Jordan. Scotland's midfield play not as measured as England's, but bear in mind the Asa Hartford injury, which certainly disrupted the Scottish pattern. McLeish. Now Sansom. Here's McLeish. That's not a bad ball for Archibald. Came off Brian Robson. Scottish flags being lifted again on the terraces as their team have a corner. Proven to take it. McLeish is forward. was McLeish. Jordan jumps with Corrigan. It comes out to Koppel, and he tries to shake off Robertson and succeeds. David Neri getting back. Koppel is so full of running and good intentions, and it's significant that that excellent chance for England was made by him. With Koppel again. Into Anderson. Oh dear me. There were two players further over who would have appreciated a stronger pass than that. This is Neri. And now Proven. McGrain to Archibald. Archibald again, good ball, Neri. Now Ray Stewart. This is Frank Gray. Stewart now. And Stewart looking for Jordan, away by Watson. Now With. That's a good layoff again by Peter With. Good first time ball. He got the return from Ray Wilkins. He's only got Woodcock and Wilkins with him. It's still With. Now Hoddle. Woodcock stretching. And with a minute left in the first half, John Robertson for Scotland. And Neri tries to go by Wilkins. Robertson. Good skill, but Viv Anderson read his intentions. Koppel. Here's Woodcock. And now With. Woodcock continues his run. He's in the area now. There he is. McGrain, a good challenge. Defenders doing awfully well on both sides here. Ricks. Oh, there's a free kick. Robson left Jordan on the ground. Into time added on by the French referee for stoppages. Miller with the kick. Scotch supporters once more, as the half-time whistle blows. It was hardly heard because they're making so much noise. They've turned this into a home match again. Graham Ricks did his best to silence them, but despite having a good half on the whole, he missed the one glaring chance for England when he headed wide. So, Trevor Francis, who's been suffering a little bit from further Achilles trouble, will be asked now to lend his support to an attack which is still looking for that elusive goal as England kick off with Wilkins on the ball, and here's Neri. Jordan tangling with Wilkins, shirt pulling. Neri. McLeish. Martin. Koppel. Francis. With is just inside. And Ray Wilkins spreading it out to Graham Ricks. Sansom's made a good run forward from left back, marked by Proven. McGrain. David Neri. So Wilkins for England. Ricks. Hoddle. Coppell out on the right still. Gray goes to meet him. And Coppell's beaten Gray here. And McLeish given a fairly easy header. But Coppell refusing to give up. Here's Francis. And that came off Miller for the corner. Persistence, one of the great qualities of Steve Coppell. Graham Rix has gone across to take the corner. We've got Peter With on the near post. Alvin Martin has come forward in a deeper position. Number 14. Wilkins with the shot! Good effort on the volley by the Manchester United player. England captain in this second half. Hoddle curling the corner in. Away by Neri, a shot by Wilkins. And you can see that he's assumed the captaincy with some enthusiasm. And Glenn Hoddle and the other midfield players will be expected to respond to that. Offside against With. Came off Martin. Offside, Probyn. And the cheers you can hear for the referee, who keeps sprinting about 40 yards up the field in very demonstrative fashion. Wilkins. Anderson. Gray to Robertson. Now Stewart for Scotland. Still that midfield battle very tight. This is Neri. Archibald. Neri's coming through. Wilkins tackle. Lovely play. Martin. Coppell. With. Series of rebounds and Ray Stewart with the ball. Stewart turned then and complained to the referee that Peter With was very late when the ball had gone. Referee, you saw, just have a word across to With. So it's Neri for Scotland, still no score. With nearly an hour gone. Archibald. Stewart. Robertson. Still working hard, John Robertson, to find space for Scotland in that fairly crowded midfield area. But the pitch beat him there, and this is Rix. With Rix again. Out left is Francis. And in the way was McGrain. With on the near post, McLeish's header out, on by Neri. Here's Martin. Robson. Glenn Hoddle. Coppell. Oh, Sansom. And Sansom tries to find With. And Miller hooked the ball out from almost on the line, with the goalkeeper beaten. Poor Peter With. The post against Brazil. Phillips off the line against Wales, and now watch this. Sansom chips rough, With comes in, heads it past the keeper, Miller away. Very, very unlucky. But credit to Scotland for having a man in that position. With again, Francis. Well, defenders deserve credit when they cover like that. And although his goalkeeper was beaten, Willie Miller of Aberdeen in precisely the right place. With again to Ricks. And offside Francis. Here's Jimmy Hill.
Well, that shot of Willie Miller showed me a close-up of a man who has earned my respect this afternoon. He's already seen off Woodcock by his fair and tight marking, and he's not giving Trevor Francis much opportunity either. I can see why Jockstein picks him. Sometimes, to us down south, some of the Scottish players in the Scottish League are a mystery. He's no longer a mystery. He's an accomplished player.
Archibald for Scotland. Wide to Robertson. With Anderson's tackle. There are some very good defensive performances today on both sides. This is Coppell. This is Ricks. It's nicely done by England. He's looking for Francis, and the man that Jimmy Hill was praising, Willie Miller, is there again. And a nice ball from him too, to Robertson. And Miller's continued his run here in the centre-forward position, enabling Jordan to spread wide. Well, that I thought was an England throw, but the linesman has signalled it's to Scotland. And here's McGrain. Jordan on, Anderson not making contact, and Ray Stewart foiled by Joe Corrigan after Anderson's error. Wilkins. Francis. With has gone to the right, so has Hoddle. In again, With is arriving now, and Davy Provan back for Scotland. Poor pass from him, straight to Kenny Sansom. In for With. And With very angry at the challenge by McGrain when the ball had gone, gesturing towards the referee, but here's Provan. Looking for Archibald. He's got the other side of Robson. Did he bring him down? The referee says yes. Penalty. Robson on Archibald. The ball played through by Davy Provan. Archibald got goal side of the defender. Robson made contact, did he? The referee said yes. England are complaining. Peter With, I think, has been booked for the protest, certainly spoken to, I should say, and warned to go away. And Archibald's run, still the England players protest. Now Wilkins has gone across with Coppell. And Francis has gone to Corrigan to tell him which side Robertson normally puts his penalties. Look at that. That's a Nottingham Forest player giving the goalkeeper advice about how to react when Robertson shoots. A goal for Scotland. Francis was wrong. Corrigan was wrong. Robertson scores. The Scottish Hordes celebrate a penalty goal, which puts their team ahead, and a beautiful penalty it was too, with John Robertson of Nottingham Forest, so accurate from the spot, finding the corner of the net. Did you think it was a penalty? Look at it from here. Archibald goes down in a heap, and the referee gave pushing from behind by Brian Robson. It happened in the same spot as that controversial cup final penalty, didn't it? When Archibald's Tottenham were on the receiving end. Here's Ricks. Francis. Good cross by Francis, and nobody far enough forward. Can Coppell retrieve it? There's With. They got a deflection, I think, off a Scottish player. Corner. Coppell's cross again. Coming in from the right, and as you see Peter With shoot, watch for the deflection. There it is. Corner. Now Glenn Hoddle to curl one in. With's there with the back header. That's difficult for Alan Ruff. And he was relieved to see it go over. Spot of sportsmanship from Willie Miller. But Miller's clearance now off the line from With becomes even more significant, because within a couple of minutes, Scotland were on the attack and in the lead. And Wembley once again is a mass of tartan flags. McGrain to Neri. The Scots, who've only won once here since 1967, have got a great opportunity now. But England are not going to give up without a tremendous fight, and here's Sansom. McLeish in the way, foul by Danny McGrain off the ball, booking. The yellow card still in action in the home championships. Still being used in international football by referees, and the man receiving it there from referee Wirtz of France was Danny McGrain. It's given England a free kick against the Scottish captain. Alvin Martin is making his way forward now to support With. Martin coming in, that was Coppell heading it back, in again for Francis. And Archibald beaten this time by Robson. Ricks. Robson went down, but nothing given. Martin for England. Hoddle. Oh, that's a fine ball for With. Well, that pass from Hoddle was absolutely marvellous. How he turns the ball in from that position, just to tantalise the defender, only he would know. It was magnificently played. Look at that. And full marks to McLeish for the way he kept in With's path. But Glenn Hoddle, again, the great purveyor of the ball for Peter With. Groven. Well, the Scots got their tickets, many of them, and now they feel it was so worthwhile. At this stage of the afternoon, the match is going their way. 20 minutes to go. England 0, Scotland 1. Robson to Wilkins. And Coppell on his way here. McLeish doing awfully well again to cover a beaten fullback. He's got to get back now, though. Here's Wilkins. Away this time by Miller. And now Kenny Sansom. Oh, good tackle, McGrain. And now Joe Jordan, and Scotland could have a man on the break here. Jordan will try and reach this as Joe Corrigan comes out. And finds Graham Ricks. Now Hoddle. Oh, he's in! Francis here! And Alan Ruff so quick. But wait, here's Coppell. Can he get the ball in before the keeper gets back? It's going wide. Oh. Well, Alan Ruff, I think, may be injured. He came out so fast because Glenn Hoddle broke the ranks again with a fine through ball for Francis. Out came Ruff, Francis caught him, and the Scotland goalkeeper is hurt. And the Scottish supporters attempting to sing their team home against Ron Greenwood's side. Ron Greenwood, who'd won the previous 3 encounters against the Scots. Martin, who came on, is grappling with Joe Jordan. And the referee seems to feel unfairly so. So Joe Jordan and Steve Archibald back in the centre with Sturrock. Motson with the kick. That was Jordan, got caught by the boot of Anderson right in the face, Joe Jordan. A complete accident on Anderson's part. But Jordan is, it would seem, in some pain and maybe concussed by that. This is Ricks. That's why the Scots fans are whistling, but England have possession, the referee allowing them to go on. Hoddle. It's been won now, and Jordan's lying in the penalty area, so technically there will be an offside if you say he's interfering, but maybe he's not. Archibald. Sturrock. And the referee has given offside, and I think he'll be glad to make the decision, because Jordan was clearly lying in the penalty area. He's now picked himself up. He blood all over his face, I would imagine. It was a very nasty crack there. You can see just what Anderson's boot did to Jordan, not deliberately. Francis again. Oh, and Francis coming inside, and is that a penalty? No. Was that a push? The referee looked and said no. Hoddle for England. Ricks. Well, there are two decisions to debate afterwards now. The one that Scotland got and the one that England didn't get. And Willie Miller will be relieved. Francis here came in from the right. Watch Miller, the 13. Oh, that's holding. No question he held him back by the arm. But the referee gave nothing. The Scots can sense victory here. Jock Stein trying to restrain them a little bit, reminiscent of Alf Ramsey in '66. Martin with Jordan. And Wembley, as Ron Greenwood looks on, a sea of Scottish flags. And a din of Scottish noise. Jordan. Coppell hooping it upfield, hopeful for width, back by McLeish, who's played so well. Then Robson. And McLeish, anywhere will do, with 30 seconds of normal time left. Just see what the referee adds on here for stoppages. Not a very good throw by Viv Anderson. This is Jordan, now Neri, and now Archibald. Trying to get away, here's Neri again. Archibald! Injury time now. Robertson for Scotland. Jordan. Still Joe Jordan. Goes for the shot which ricochets off Alvin Martin, but Scotland retain possession with Robertson. Neri. Gray. Robertson. And the Scottish fans taunting the English, as if England need any more mockery this week. Jordan holds the swab to his head. Robertson looks on, having scored the goal. And the Scots, who relish their Wembley victories, look like getting another one here. Have England got time for one more attack? Not if they play like that. This is Robertson. He's played a minute already of stoppage time, the French referee. With. And there is the final whistle. England failed to score again. Jock Stein leads Scotland to their first victory over England under his management, thanks to Robertson's penalty in the second half. The Scots fans celebrate only their second victory here since '67. Willie Miller superb in defence, although lucky not to have a penalty given against him maybe. Alan Rough keeps a clean sheet, the first Scottish goalkeeper to do so here since 1938 in a peacetime international. And now, after 99 matches, Scotland lead England in the series by 39 wins to 38, edging ahead with that single goal victory. And ending England's run against them.
So, yet another slice of glory for John Robertson, and his penalty was the difference between the two sides in a tight encounter. The result meant that Scotland topped the championship table, but with 2 games uncompleted due to the unrest in Northern Ireland, it was something of a hollow victory. Nevertheless, a win over England was always welcome. It would prove to be Scotland's last ever home championship victory over the Three Lions. And in 1984, exactly 100 years after the first tournament, the home championship was discontinued. Don't forget you can watch some more classic Old Enemy fixtures right here on Vision Sport, including games from the home championship in 75, 77 and 83. That's all for this look back at football's oldest rivalry. Until next time, it's goodbye.